What's up, Square fam? It's your boy Undead J from over at the Square Gamers. I'm trying something new out here, guys. I'm calling it the TSG Weekly Roundup. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking all the big stories out of the video game world, or at least all the big stories that I deem as big deals, and I'm just going to compile them into one video. You'll be able to find them on our YouTube channel on a weekly basis. If you're somebody who likes to get their news, get in, get out, get on with your lives, that's the idea. Just little bite-sized news stories that I find, and hopefully I'm going to keep them around 5 minutes long. So just bear with me, guys. You know, this is the first one ever, so it's probably going to get better each and every week. But with that being said, we'll see you inside, guys. Later. Mass Effect fans rejoice. We got an all new cinematic trailer for Andromeda. Not a huge fan of the Mass Effect series. This announcement didn't mean that much to me, but it did have the internet on fire. I know that's one of the beloved franchises that are out there. Cinematic trailer was about 2.5 minutes long. Um, Everyone's pretty hype on it. The voice acting looked great. I watched the trailer, and being someone who's not into the game, I gotta say it did look super rad. We also got an announcement that on PC the frame rate will be uncapped. So if you got a pretty decent rig, you'll be able to run this game at some pretty high specs. And it should play pretty well depending on your setup. So that was a huge news story this week, guys. Guys, we have a new Marvel game incoming. In the trailer, we hear Hulk, and in the video, you see that he breaks out of some type of cell. Immediately followed by Thor's hammer. You see it laying on the ground, and you hear lightning crack in the background. Or I should say, you hear thunder, and you see lightning crack. Then it takes and it shows Iron Man's hand. It's just laying on the ground. You don't see Iron Man as a whole. It's just like, his hand laying on the ground, and it's lit up very faintly. Uh, Finally, you see Captain America's shield, Team Cap. His shield's just laying on the ground, and it's all busted up. And then at the very end of the trailer, you get a hashtag saying reassemble. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm super stoked for a new Marvel Avengers game. Being able to play as Hulk, God, that'll be super rad. You don't see a lot of Hulk games out there, so this could be really cool. Not to mention that this is going to be a multi-game partnership, so we're going to be getting more games than just a Marvel game. Yet that was the only game that was quote unquote announced in this teaser trailer. Oh, Bethesda, how I love you. Bethesda announced Prey, which will be out March 5th, 2017. So that's roughly 3 months away. So they announced this huge AAA game, and then it'll be hitting store shelves in 3 months. Take notes to this, other developers. That's how you announce a game. Don't tell me about the game 4 years in advance and then, just keep showing me a breadcrumb trail over the next 4 years. We got 3 months to wait on this game. Prey is a game that I never thought I would be stoked for. They showed off a 7-minute gameplay trailer. In the trailer, we saw these aliens aboard a spaceship, or not spaceship, space station called the Talos, and the aliens, they can use things aboard the Talos to use as camouflage, so they can turn into like a trash can or something in order to disguise themselves from you, and then they can pop out and attack you at will. So there's going to be plenty of jump scares. That has me extremely hyped. They showed off some gameplay footage. There was this gun called the glue gun, and that's GLOO. And there's like all these different ways that you can use the gun. It shoots like a foam, so you can basically freeze aliens right in their tracks, and then just freaking tear them apart. Basically, you can also use this foam in order to create like a set of stairs, so you can create your own paths to get up into hard to reach areas aboard the Talos. What I saw in that 7-minute trailer has me really, really intrigued. It looks like it's going to be a creepy game. The atmosphere was really cool. It had this grenade. I think it's called like a resource grenade. So when you throw the grenade, whatever it destroys, it kind of like sucks up into the grenade. So you can, you know, I guess basically mine all these different elements using this grenade. Another thing that's really cool is you can mimic the aliens, so your character learns from them. So I guess as you progress through the game, you are actually able to use that camouflage. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Upgrade as well. So it showed the character turn into a coffee mug, and then it started rolling around, and it rolled through this really small cubby hole to get to a new area that he would not been able to get into, being his human form. So the game looks really, really interesting, and it was probably my favorite story of the week. And Activision and Infinity Ward continue to embrace the weirdness that is their Call of Duty Zombie mode. There's a new DLC pack that's coming out January 31st in North America. It's called Rave in the Redwoods, and it has players stuck inside a horror movie. And it'll be directed in-game by none other than Kevin Smith. So, you know, Kevin Smith, he's beloved in the nerd gaming world, so he's actually going to be in game. You're going to be able to play as him. The DLC will feature up to 4 new maps and 4-player co-op mode, and it switches things up. The Zombies mode before was the 80s era. This is the 90s era. And I think it looks really cool. It has really bright fluorescent colors, and it kind of has like a creepy, almost like a Camp Crystal Lake type of look to it. I thought it looked super cool. One thing that I really wish that Activision would allow is for us to purchase these zombie modes as a standalone thing. I don't have like a whole lot of interest in the game itself, but their zombies mode looks super cool. This DLC looks super rad, but I mean, to buy the whole game just to play the zombies mode doesn't seem like a smart use of my money. So yeah, check that out, guys. It'll be coming out January 31st. Guys, thanks for watching the first ever episode of TSG Weekly Roundup. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next week for an all new TSG Weekly Roundup. Keep it locked, guys.
I guess I didn't know.